If you need tools for the job to dig for crystals, I'm about to show you what's inside here. And this is a great place to go besides Lowe's because they got great deals on tools. Sometimes we like to use this if you don't have anything you want to like, this back part of it is good for like when there's just dirt and you want to pull things out. And then if you find a rock or a crack, you can kind of get it kick started with that edge right there. That always works, but just don't get me with the thing, would you? I want to go digging pretty soon. Definitely use some hammers and crowbars. Always a plus. Preferably a tool like this to dig around through the dirt, rocks, prospecting for new spots. Crowbars are always good. And some type of wedge for the hammer. Get into the rock and nail it on the top. This kind of protects your hand a little bit. But we're gonna go look at gloves too and eye protection. If you're busting rock with hammers, you're definitely gonna need eye protection because those rocks will create shrapnel and you want to protect yourself. Here is great with all these hammers. You can definitely use these hammers to break open rock with, and there's different poundage. I prefer something a little more on the 3 to 5 pounders. Like here's 3-pounder. 4-pounder is a good one to get actually. And then if you just want to seriously break open some bigger rock, that's a good one. Like wedges. These come in handy to get into any cracks, and then you use the hammer on top. This one's a little kind of chintzy, but it would work. I find the smaller bottom versus this really wide one. Seems to get into cracks a little bit, start to crack a little bit. I would go with like this. Crowbars are always great to have. Any size. When you get into removing bigger stuff, you need one of these longer ones like that. But when you're just digging through the dirt and rock and stuff, these smaller ones come in handy. I was using this a lot, but when I discovered this tool right here, that was the one. It really got us through the dirt and roots and loosen up getting the rocks to move and just finding prospecting. But today I liked it so much, I'm coming back to get an extra one for my next trip here. And because we got Donnie, Diamond Don, and Sheldon Thomas hogging all my tools, so that's why I'm coming here to get me another one. Because the next thing you know, you're like, oh, could you pass me this? And then so I'll put that in the cart. I already got hammers and stuff, but I'll usually come back by and get some fresh start. But out some of these gloves, these are great. They got the little bit of protection on the back side, so like you know, you're always like roughing around in the dirt. So, and they got a good deal on them here. Like they want like $20 at other places, you know. So but I find these ones to be better than like your average garden ones. Just they fit better and everything too. Okay, do I go ahead and put that in the cart with the rest of the stuff? Yeah, we're getting there. We're loading up for this dig coming up. And they got other ones to choose from. Like these would be good, but they want a little bit more money for them. But I always, like, you'll see Diamond Don wearing these, like, cause, hey, you got any gloves? And I'll be like, yeah, I bought you a pair. I always bring an extra pair with me every year. Cause we, you know, you'll use these gloves and wear yourself out. And you gotta watch out for you know, sometimes there's broken crystal, and you'll, you know, it's nice to have that little extra protection because, like, you know, we've sliced our fingers before, like a paper cut, and you know, bring a first aid kit with you too. That's always a good idea because sometimes you nick yourself, but we try to protect ourselves. So that's a good option right there. Yeah, I mean, the hard helmet is nice to have too. You know, we're gonna get that and put our sticker on there this year. So
I'm saying on the right side.
Well, we'll figure out. We're gonna try these out this year. I don't know. And we'll see how it goes. But there's that and the safety goggles. And then you got the knee pads. Knee pads. I prefer to use knee pads. Because I don't like to scuff up my knees. And you know, you're squatting on rocks and stuff. So I always recommend, I mean, they're not that much, you know. I might buy another pair just because. They're only $4. The other ones, they get wore out, but I've had a pair last me a couple years. The Pam's got here is the best tool in the house. When you get down to when you're trying to expose crystals, and you want to break away that like stuff around it without breaking the crystals, because you see people using like screwdrivers, getting in there impatiently, and that, you know, you can break the crystals. I mean, they're not hard as real diamonds, so I always suggest, yeah, look at this one's like made for it.
For removing dirt and debris from tight spots.
And the best one I like is this one here. I kind of use that one. If I can't find that one, I have it in there. But this, you know, they're all good for the job, but this is the one you want. And for that price, buy 2 of them, 4 of them. I mean, I buy these every year. Now this is the pick for the job right here. Boom. Pruners definitely come in handy when you're trying to get through roots. If you're going from the dirt to trying to get to the rock, and you can find crystals in the dirt along the way, but you're gonna come up with some like roots and stuff that's gonna get an annoying roots. So you got something like saw real quick. I got one of those in my bag for my digs, but I'm just showcasing good things to have with you, like these pruners. And if you're like working through the dirt layer to the rock, it's nice to have this stuff because that's what slows you down a lot of times. Unless you're working in a spot that just has rock exposed, and then that's when the hammers and the crowbars and the wedges and things come in handy there to bust rock. If you're able to be on private property, you can use power tools like we are, so we're fortunate for that. And we get something like, you know, we get the generator out and we bust out some tools, and then it comes with this little pulsating edge here, or one of these, kind of bust up, make cracks in the rock so that we can get a crowbar in there and bust things open a little bit easier too. Sometimes tools for the job help. We also picked up one of these jackhammers you've seen in previous videos. This one here works pretty good, you know, depending on the situation. Sometimes you run into some rock and you still got to be careful because you can end up breaking stuff if you're not careful. You go a little too gung-ho and then you start breaking, you know, you're not just breaking rock, you're breaking crystal too. So you got to back off and kind of get back in there with your hand tools. All right, Harbor Freight, this is the place if you want to get your tools for, you know, a decent price, and they got everything you could use in there, and I'll showcase some more.